This is my cheapest and smallest music player I've ever owned. As you can see, it just disappears in my hands. It's very cheap and very small and very light. I've used it for already many years. This is the old model. There's now more recent models. They are slightly different, but it's by a company called Shanling. I think it's a beautiful name, Shanling. It's like almost like I don't know. Is that maybe a girl's name in some country? I don't know. Shanling. And this model is M0, so it is their first and cheapest version. I think there is M1, M2, M9. There's all types, and this is their cheapest and oldest and smallest version. Weighs almost nothing. Of course, in terms of sound quality, you have to your expectations have to match the tiny. I think if you put this in a matchbox, you still have room for some gums and some other stuff. So it's that small. And it came with a tiny housing. It's nice. It protects a little bit against the elements. This unit uses the good old-fashioned micro SD cards. I happen to have here a very reliable SanDisk 64 gigabyte that I really trust. I've had all kinds of different ones, but SanDisk for some reason give me good accuracy, and they're pretty affordable. Some of their cards are pretty affordable. And then a standard 3.5 millimeter jack that goes there. And as you can see, there is also USB input, and that's the card reader housing, which I will soon open and insert the card into. I have stopped using these higher quality in-ear buds, even though they have very high sound quality. Some of them, for hygiene reasons, I don't like something to like go all the way into my ear, and after many hours it's like my ears is suffocated, and I prefer shiny earbuds that can be very easily cleaned, and so that your internal health system, I think, should be more important than just a few more hertz or decibels of bass. And these are pretty good. They're pretty good earbuds. They're very cheap, standard earbuds, and before you ask, unfortunately, the plus and minus volume buttons on these doesn't work with it. That's a pity, I know. But for that, you have the volume knob here, which always works. Used to that. Has a good click sound, and the sound quality of this. Well, first let me go through the menu and show you a little bit of the menu system. It's pretty elaborate. There's a lot of there's even a Bluetooth connection. I have never used it, but it has it. I believe you can connect Bluetooth headsets. Let's click on it. Oh, you can go back by pressing. I have to look at the screen. If you click on something, and you can go back by pressing back, and you can scroll down and up, and it's pretty responsive. Some screen settings. You can use them USB to connect for files, or you can use it as a USB DAC only. As you can see, it says DAC. I don't know if it's readable. No, it's on the phone, it's not readable, but it says there DAC in that space, tiny gray. Volume, that's interesting. You can put a gain to a higher gain volume, so it becomes it can drive even the most demanding headphones. And I've set it to low because it's more than plenty. This thing has a lot of power, strange enough. It's very efficient. There's even the DSD mode, and you can change the theme and the language, of course, and also you can upgrade the firmware. And I've already done that once or twice, and my firmware is 3.6. but that has been many years ago. I believe there's now new firmwares, but it works perfectly. I'm not. It's okay. There is some other options for volume and resuming and equalization and random play and etc. So there's all kinds of settings. And now let's insert a card. This is gonna be difficult for me to show. I will do my best to try to. So here is the compartment. I'll open the door. There is even a tiny rubber gasket that holds off dust and water droplets. And now we will insert the card. There's a click. There's a click. It says card inserted, and it took, I think, 1 or 2 seconds to read this giant card with full of stuff. And so yeah, everything is recognized. And I will now put up a music, and I will click in the headphones. And as you click on a folder, you can go up and down and select a music. Yeah, you can't read the rest of the numbers, but if you click again on the screen, you can see, you can go to the next music. And you can, by that scroll wheel, you can scroll through through a song. And the wheel, of course, for the volume, I usually use it at the low gain, and then like 50% or so. It's like a perfect sweet spot. And if you double click the button, it will go to the next song.